Speed traps, sharp turns, and hitting speeds over 200 miles per hour. Your look inside the Las Vegas Grand Prix. Local artists on display. It's time for the Governor's Art Show, where to see the creative work of fellow Coloradans. Brendan Fraser is taking on the role of Dwight Eisenhower in the new movie Pressure. I've got tickets, you know me, to give away to an advanced screening, so watch for your cue to enter to win. Colorado & Company starts when? Right now.
Portions of Colorado & Company contain paid content.
Good friends, gonna get you through the day. Good friends.
Good morning and buenos dias, everyone. So glad you're joining us with Colorado & Company. There's something so comforting and delicious about biting into a fresh, warm tortilla. And when that warmth can also help a great cause, all the better. With me to discuss tortillas for Tepeyac, Kingpins, yeah, right, Jim Garcia, CEO and founder of the Tepeyac Community Health Center. Hello, sir.
Good afternoon.
And our very own Jesse Ogas, good to see you, 9 News Executive Director of of Social Responsibility and Community Affairs. Hola, you're absolutely right. Thank God I took French and Italian. So unhelpful.
I'm here.
Okay, good. Thank you, Jesse. Okay, Jim, explain more ways about the kind of ways Tepeyac helps serve the community.
So for the past 32 plus years, we have been serving Denver's community by providing affordable, high quality health care for individuals and families that have very limited resources and that really need quality care. So we provide, starting for newborns, prenatal care to seniors. So medical care, dental care, and mental health care.
Thank you for saying the mental health care. As we all know, things are very unaffordable right now. So thank you for doing what you're doing this time, especially. Jim, how do tortillas make a difference? I know they're delicious.
So we've been doing this event now for the past more than 30 years.
Really?
And so this is one of those events, you know, we're a nonprofit organization, so every dollar that we can raise is incredibly important. The times we're living in now, we especially, there's challenges around people being able to access health care. And so we want to make sure that we're able to continue to offer high quality, affordable care to individuals and families that may not be able to afford.
Which is almost everybody, isn't it?
These days it's getting more and more challenging.
Thank you for what you're doing. I know our viewers appreciate it. Jesse, it seems like you are a professional tortilla roller. What do you love about this event every year, Jesse?
So my partner in crime, Miss Yolanda Ortega, and I have been co-hosting this event for now, as Jim said, 30 years
really?
plus.
I didn't know that.
Yes, we're the originals.
Oh, geez.
And what we love about it is that it really is an opportunity to bring community together, to learn about the work of Tepeyac, but also to create awareness of the need. And we all know what the need is.
Yes, we
and
do.
Even more so today with the lack of affordable access to affordable health care.
Amen.
With what we're seeing going on a national level, it's more prevalent today than it ever has been.
Our viewers are nodding right now, I'm telling you. They are.
People are losing their health care.
Yes, they are.
And Tepeyac, what I love about Tepeyac Community Health, it's been a gateway to access health, medical treatment, awareness, mental health.
I was going to say, and the mental health.
It's just amazing.
That's so incredible. So, Jim, who will be your celebrity rollers this year? I understand the competition is fierce. I was not asked. I'm a little offended.
Well, we have all of our media personalities, which is they're the highlight of tortillas. So
And from 9 News, our very own Steve Stager is
Steve.
up for the challenge.
Steve knows
We're
how to
really
roll.
excited.
Steve knows how to roll.
Absolutely.
I want to add, we have some new rollers coming in this year. So Lola Salazar from the Salazar Foundation, and also Renee Ferrafino, who's the CEO of the Women's Foundation of Colorado.
Oh, bravo.
And then rounding out, we have Karen McNeil-Miller, the CEO of the Colorado Health Foundation, which is a major supporter of Tepeyac.
You guys
And
have
we
some
also
good-
have some university presidents, Brad Baca and Janine Davidson.
Nice. You guys have it all. All right, teach me how to roll. As everyone who watches the show know, I don't know what I'm doing with small
Sprinkle
movements.
some flour on you.
Okay.
There you go.
I don't know how to do
Just
this.
Now
Throw
grab
mine
your
on
little dough ball.
Okay, my dough ball.
Drop it in there.
Okay.
Flip it.
Flip
there
it.
you go.
Okay.
And now you kind of flatten it.
Okay, I only make latkes, so this is very different for me. Okay.
And then what you do is you take your little rolling pin
Okay,
there.
I thought this was a jousting tool. Okay.
And then what you're going to do is you're going to roll one way.
I've already messed it up. Okay.
Then you're gonna flip it over.
Okay, have I rolled enough?
Yeah.
Mine looks vastly different than yours.
Flip it, but flip it the other way.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
Oops.
Oh.
There we go.
Okay.
Now roll
Oh,
it.
I see. Horizontally. Oh, look at this. This is good for an arm workout, y'all.
And then you do the same.
Okay.
So it's sort of like rinse and repeat.
Yes, yes, yes. And then how long, once I put it on the griddle? I said girdle.
The girdle.
The girdle. How long do I put it on the girdle?
So until you see it bubbling and you know it's golden brown.
Nice, okay.
That's when those bad boys are ready.
Okay, and you want it nice and thin.
Look at this.
Look at me.
I mean, for being a first timer, look at
You're
this
a
girl
ringer.
go.
I did so well. Oh, that's
You know what? That
amazing.
deserves a high five.
Thank you
I mean,
so much. It's
way to go.
It's like
I'll give you one of
LeBron.
those.
Yeah, it's like LeBron with the flower. Jim, why is a place like Tepeyac so important to Colorado?
You know, Tepeyac is part of a statewide network of community health centers. And so what we do, along with many of the other health centers across the state, is we make sure that people aren't falling through the cracks and are getting the care that they need. So by having events like this, you know, we're just able to continue to provide the care that we do. And hopefully for another 30 years, we're still around providing high quality, affordable care for those in our community that need it the most.
You said it right, slipping through the cracks. We want to protect those the most in need. Jim, let's talk about the kinds of services that you guys offer. Specifically, you said mental health. What kind of other services?
You know, full service dental.
Oh, that's huge.
So, especially for kids, we're
Yes.
we're in the process of bringing on a pediatric dentist.
Brilliant.
So, you know, the kids, you know, to be successful in school, they have to, you know, oral health is so important.
Huge.
So that's one of our key services. But in the full spectrum of medical services, you know, across the board, in terms of all sorts of diagnostic care and just all the family practice medical services that a family needs is what we provide. And then, of course, you know, the mental health services, you know, couples mental health, individual counseling, therapy that we provide is just is really key to making sure that the whole family stays healthy.
I think that's so, I break the stigma all the time by saying I suffer from anxiety and depression. I also think it's just fabulous that you've included that within your health umbrella. Thank you for what you both do.
We also have a full service pharmacy, which is huge.
Oh, that's enormous.
Because a lot of times families can, you know, they go and the doctor writes a prescription, but they can't afford
It's
to pay.
$83 or something. Yeah, exactly.
So when they come to Tepeyac, they know when they finish their appointment, they're going to be able to fill that prescription
Wow.
and get that continuity of care that they need.
What an organization. You guys are a godsend right now, especially. So I want to tell our audience here, join Jim and see the celebrity roll-off. Again, I am not part of it. I'm a little bit mad. Thank you. For tortillas at Tepeyac Thursday, May 28th at the Denver Art Museum. Go to tortillas.boulder.bid to register. For more information about Tepeyac Community Health Center, go to tepeyachealth.org. Thank you guys, appreciate it so much. All right, babes, tomorrow is Friday, and you know what that means. It's GFF, and we have Eddie Merlot's whipping up some cocktails in the Coco Lounge, and Jordan Huey will be sharing her voice with all of Colorado, so join the party tomorrow. But for now, if you're tired of living with nerve pain, and I know a lot of you are, thinking this is just how I'm gonna live for the rest of my life, I want you to think again. Dr. Dean Anderson with Front Range Medical Center has treatment options that could actually help you get back to feeling like yourself, which we all want. Take a look. Let's start with the basics. What just is peripheral neuropathy?
Yeah, it's damage to the nerves in our extremities.
Oh, okay.
So it's usually in the lower extremities, feet and lower legs. It can be fingers and hands, but it's damage to the peripheral nerves.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
What is something, I guess I want to know, what do most of your patients, what do you hear the most? And I imagine it's a lot of frustration.
For sure, yeah, a lot of frustration because patients who are dealing with this oftentimes have been dealing with it for years
Right.
by the time we see them, and they've been on a number of medications. They're worried about side effects. The medications aren't working for them. The condition's continuing to get worse. So a lot of frustration and a lot of just worry and concern about their quality of life. You know, I have a lot of patients who have real balance issues, you know, their fall risks, or they can't enjoy, you know, running around with their grandkids or being able to travel, being able to sleep.
I was just going to say sleeping.
Yeah, nerve pain is usually worse at night, so sleep is a big issue. So a lot of frustration. A lot of patients feel very lost. They don't know what to do. They've been told nothing can be done for them other than just take medication. So just a lot of kind of hopelessness.
Yeah, man, I'm glad you're there. Why should viewers call us? Because Front Range is different than here's some gabapentin.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
So number one, neuropathy is the only condition we treat in our office. It's the sole focus. So we have a ton of experience in treating this condition. We use a very advanced treatment. Nerves are electrical. We do a treatment that's electrical, and it's designed to actually work with the nerves and get significant reductions or get rid of this nerve pain, the burning, the sharp shooting electrical pain. Patients who have numbness can start to regain feeling. We use some ancillary treatments to help increase circulation or blood flow. So we have the technology to get patients better, but also the comprehensive approach that we take, I feel, is the most important thing.
Yeah.
Not just the treatment, but making sure we understand what's caused it.
Yeah, like why do they have that?
Yeah, is it a blood sugar issue? Is it another metabolic problem? Is it because of a chronic inflammatory issue or autoimmune problem? Is it a side effect of a medication? And we make sure to address that along the way as we treat them, because we want to make sure if we get that individual 75, 80, 90% better, we want to make sure this doesn't revert back.
Right. So the body's telling us something.
Yeah,
something's wrong.
This comprehensive approach, and also the fact that in the beginning we spend a lot of time with patients making sure we know what's caused it and the severity of it. You know, we have to make sure we understand how progressed it is, because that's going to help us determine, hey, what's going to be the outcome for this individual? How much improvement can we have?
Right, how much room do we have?
Yeah.
It's so rare for a doctor to say, we want to know your background and spend time with that person, and that's so healing to a lot of people. Real quick, what can patients expect? I do just want to ask, is it painful? Is it evasive? You say electrical, I think, you know.
Yeah, not painful at all.
Good, okay, good.
Patients will feel what's going on,
Sure.
But it's not uncomfortable. We actually increase kind of intensities based on perception, so it's never uncomfortable.
Okay, fantastic. If someone does nothing, you said it can get worse.
Neuropathy is typically progressive, so it usually will get worse over time.
Wow. Well, thank you so much for being there for people and for being here today.
Thanks, George.
Absolutely. If you're experiencing symptoms, get your phone out right now, because the first 12 people to call and mention Colorado and Company will qualify for a free consultation. It includes a full review of your health history and a neuropathy exam to determine, hey, is this treatment right for you? Just go to denverneuropathy.com or call 720-844-2010 to learn more. They paid for today's mention. Well, a split-second decision behind the wheel could impact your family for years. What every Colorado parent needs to know about civil liability, we got it next on Legally Speaking.
The following interview involves commercial content. The products and services featured appear as paid advertising.
Thank you for staying with us on KUSA. We always want our viewers to be up to date and knowledgeable about legal matters, so we went straight to the experts, because you're not going to trust me, to teach us what we need to know. For the last 30 years, Backus & Shanker has been helping Colorado families whose lives were turned upside down. And today, Kyle Backus has what you need to know about civil liability and how it could change your family forever.
I'm Kyle Backus. Let's talk about civil liability. At its core, it's simple. If you cause harm to somebody, even by accident, you're responsible for the damages. And in civil court, the bar isn't as high as most people think. It really comes down to this. Is it more likely true than not true that your actions caused the harm? Now, what this actually means for you, if you damage somebody's property, their car, their bike, their home, you're financially responsible for fixing it. If you injure somebody, it goes a lot further. You can be responsible for medical bills, lost income, and the real-life impact of that injury. And those numbers add up quickly. Did you know in Colorado, serious injury claims can reach into the millions of dollars? And if somebody's reckless or driving while impaired, those limits can go away entirely. So civil liability is a problem because it can follow you financially for years. Now here's the part that a lot of families don't realize. When you have a driver in your house and they're under the age of 18 and they have a license, somebody, usually a parent, is signing so that that driver can get a license. And that signature isn't just permission, it's financial responsibility. If that young driver causes a crash, the liability doesn't stop with them, it extends to the person who signed that form. And that's really important to understand. If you're a parent, understand the real-world impact of a split-second decision, because one moment on the road affects not just the life of your teenager, but your family too. For 30 years, we've been here in Colorado helping people through moments exactly like this. We're your hometown injury lawyers, and if you ever need us, we are here for you.
Backus and Shanker personal injury lawyers are here for you. You just call the twos. It's 303-222-2222 or go online at coloradolaw.net. Backus and Shanker sponsor today's mention. Well, there's something very creative and very exciting happening right now in Colorado, and I'm talking about the Governor's Art Show. You know me, I love art. So here to tell us all about it is Ruth Scott and Anna Rose Bain. Hello, you two.
Hello.
Very excited to have you here. I'm an art history major and art nerd, so let's get into it. Ruth, the Governor's Art Show is celebrating its 35th year. Mazel tov, that's amazing. What has kept this show going for so long?
Well, I think the main thing is we've got the most incredible artists. And how we get those incredible artists is the juried show.
Oh, nice.
So that, you know, you really have to be the best to get in this show. It's a fine art show, and 100% of our proceeds go to charities and other nonprofits. So
unbelievable. We're seeing some pictures of the artists here. Oh, wow, that's beautiful sculpture. Okay, not only is the show celebrating its 35th year, as we all know, it also falls during Colorado's 150th anniversary. How is that reflected through the show? Are you guys weaving that through?
Oh, we definitely have, yes. So we created a special award in honor of that.
Okay.
So it's the 250, 150, 35th, celebrating our 35th.
A lot of numbers.
Yes, Governor's Legacy Award. And actually, Governor Polis helped select that award.
Oh, is that right?
Yes.
You know, I interviewed him, and he has great taste in art.
He really does.
He really cares. Yeah, I saw his office, and I was like, well, this is not just hotel art. This was really good. Anna, you are not a new artist to the show. Tell us what makes you always want to come back to the show.
Well, a lot of my friends are in this show. We have a wonderful art community here in Denver.
Oh, that's lovely.
And we've just really worked hard to build that community. And so we're always lifting each other up and helping each other become better artists for it. And so that show, I think, is a great image of that. You know, it's a great reflection of how hard we work in this community. And Ruth, of course, curates or helps curate that. So I just love being in it. I love being involved, and I love being in the city of Loveland where they actually appreciate art.
Yeah, right. Loveland's great. Do you work in oils, acrylics? What do you work in mostly?
I work in oils.
Oh, that's hard. So you're good. So what you're saying is you're good. That's really hard. I'm going to brag about you, Anna, a little bit here. You are a 2026 award recipient. Tell us everything. Go ahead. It's yours to be on the floor. Go ahead.
Yes. So my winning piece, I won the grand prize for this painting.
Gorgeous.
It's called Red Balloon, and it features my son Everett. He was 3 years old in this painting, and those hydrangeas were actually from my home state of Wisconsin. But he was diagnosed with autism at the age of 3.
Wow.
And so this painting represents just sort of his detachment from normal childhood. You know, the red balloon being that emblem of childhood innocence.
Yes, and he's not looking or
he's
seeing
really, he's really disconnected from it. And then the hydrangeas really represent his inner workings, all those thoughts that are going on in his amazing, brilliant mind. And then it's also a little throwback to one of my favorite childhood books, which is Goodnight Moon, and you can see that on his t-shirt.
Oh man, that is so lifelike too. And I like the sort of opening there of like you can go into his world too. Like that's, you know, his own world. That's fabulous. Way to go, Everett, little model. Okay, walk us through some of the pieces you brought today and what inspired them.
Yeah, so I do a lot of paintings of my children, and I have this painting of my daughter. It's called World of Wonder.
Oh my gosh,
and
she must love this.
She does love it.
With the animals?
She's reading to these animals and bringing in her imagination. She loves dragons. This was painted in 2024, the year of the dragon, so I kind of snuck that in there.
Nice. Look at her feet like together. That's such a kid pose, you know?
Totally. And then I also brought in a ballerina. I'm a huge fan of the human figure. Degas is one of my favorite inspirations for that. And so this is one of the dancers from our Colorado company ballet.
Wow.
And I've been really fortunate to work with some wonderful athletes over the years. So I have a very diverse and eclectic subject matter that I love to work from, and I do a lot of florals as well, but this is just a small sampling of what I love to paint.
You're very versatile. I love that one of her arms is going off the page, I mean off the canvas. I mean, she's stretched all the way down.
She sure is.
That's beautiful work. Wow.
Thank you.
And I just love, what's her name, your daughter?
Oh, Cecilia.
Cecilia and Everett, how cute. All right, let's talk about you living in Colorado. How has that influenced your work? Has it influenced your work?
Absolutely. So I'm from Wisconsin originally, and then lived in Texas for about 7 years, and I really tried to make the most of my time in Texas.
You gave it a good old effort.
I gave it a go. But you know what? The mountains were calling, and there's something so true about that, where if you're surrounded by beauty, it just snowballs, and it creates more and more inspiration. And so living in Colorado is very inspiring.
Yeah.
I just love painting the mountains, being in the mountains, and bringing that inspiration back home to the studio.
That's amazing. I always go on a hike, but just eat in the parking lot. But I do like looking. I like to look at the mountains. Ruth, I want you to expand more, as we were talking about Colorado, on the local aspect of this. Like, you feature Colorado artists solely. Tell me about that.
Yes, we do. So actually, I think we're about the only one in the nation that has a governor's show. I think there's one other state, I think it's Wyoming, that does. But we focus on on our Colorado artists because actually they're the best in the country.
Amen.
I mean, we truly are very blessed to have all this talent in this state.
Yeah, and it's great to bring that up for the 150th. It's just like such a good point for that. Let's say someone's watching. They're an artist. I'm sure there's someone out there watching. They want to participate. Let's say it's me. Maybe I'm an artist. How do I get into it? How do I get into the show, or at least nominate myself to get in?
Okay, well, just come onto our website. And so the call for entries will open in August, and they'll run through November 1st.
Okay, and then there's voting.
Yes, and so we have 5 jurors. So they're different every year. We have artists that jury the show, and it's a blind jury, so no one knows who the artists are.
Smart.
And we just take the top scores and go from there.
Amazing.
And so that's how we get such great art in this show.
I like that it's anonymous too, so you don't know. Guys, if this is a sign that you want to try it, this is the sign. We're waving at you. Try it in August. Go to the website. The 35th Colorado Governor's Art Show and Sale is going on now through June 6th, and it's at the Loveland Museum. Learn more at governorsartshow.org. Thank you both for being here, and congrats. You're so good. Say hi, Everett and Cecilia.
Hi, Everett and Cecilia.
You did great as models. All right, it's National BBQ Month, baby. When Colorado and Company returns, we're going to cook up something good with a celebrity chef, and you do not want to miss it.
The following interview involves commercial content. The products and services featured appear as paid advertising.
All right, y'all, with Memorial Day right around the corner, use the long weekend to take a trip down to Texas, that was a terrible accent, for some good eats during National BBQ Month. Kelly caught up with Chef Trey Gay for the Food Network to learn more about these bold flavors.
Happy National Barbecue Month, Chef. I'm from Memphis, so I love barbecue, but we're here to talk about Texas. So why do you think that barbecue is having such a big moment right now?
Well, one is barbecue month, so every year we're gonna run into this like barbecue craze, and I really just love barbecue. To be honest, I love barbecue all throughout the year. Summer, winter, spring, just all of it. All right, but recently I went to Texas, and let me tell you something. Texas is more than just brisket and rodeos. You know, even though the brisket's amazing, I just can't wait to tell you about all of the amazing things that I did when I was out there.
Yeah, Texas definitely knows what's up when it comes to barbecue. So tell me about some of the restaurants you went to when you were there.
All right, so I'll tell you about a couple. First up is gonna be Zavala's. Zavala's Barbecue is in Grand Prairie. I love this place because it's super laid back. It's like a vibe. It's like a beachy vibe, but without the beach. And it's smoky. You can smell the smoke when you're walking up to it. I absolutely loved it. But I'm gonna tell you about that sloppy Juan taco. That taco was delicious. You don't need toppings. You don't need anything. It's like a mashup of their brisket and pulled pork with their smoky barbecue sauce and put in a taco. OMG. It was so good. It's so good that they have a street named after it. So I thought that was kind of cool.
What? That's wild, Chef. I love that. It's early over here, but I'm looking at that thinking I could eat that right now and take like 3 of those down. Okay,
right.
Let's talk more about what else you saw when you were in Texas. Tell me about some of the unique takes on barbecue that you saw.
Yes, and you know what? This was pretty cool. Like, this is where I learned, like, okay, Texas, I see you. They have a place called Smoke and Ash. This is a unique experience simply because they are the only Tex-Ethiopian restaurant in the world. And it's located right in Arlington, Texas. So that's really cool. I mean, it's a flavor explosion. They got that African spice infused in a lot of their dishes, like the mac and cheese and their cocktails, but they still stay true to that smoky Texas barbecue flavor. That's what I really love. And then there's Meet You Anywhere. Now this place is in Grapevine. It's special. It's family owned. It's love in every dish. I mean, even the taco is literally inspired by his son. They also have a brisket soup. That soup coats your mouth. But I'm gonna tell you what, try to save room for the peach cobbler because everything is bigger in Texas. And when you are at Meet You Anywhere, they are not stingy with the meats. They're piling it on. Everything is bigger in Texas.
You know I always have room for peach cobbler, okay? It doesn't matter how much I eat, I will make room. Okay, Chef, give us a few more highlights from your Texas trip.
Okay, so here comes the good stuff, right? Because, I mean, come on, everybody knows Texas has good barbecue. We know this. But what I didn't know was the fun adventures you can go on when you're there, like Nash Farms. It was so cool. It's in the city of Grapevine. And what I love about it is you get to go out, you get to dress up if you want to dress up. You get to go out in the farm and pick your eggs. You get to pick your veggies, and then you kind of come back inside and you can cook all the veggies that you forage. You get to hang out with the animals. They were so welcoming. They even made me fresh cheese that they had just made that morning for my arrival. They showed me how to fire up that old-timey stove, and then I got to cook on it. I got to choose the ingredients. I thought that was so cool. And honestly, when you're in Grapevine, it's like you're stepping into time. You're stepping back into time. So I really like is that they have this old-timey train, and that train actually brings you from the airport all the way down to Grapevine, and then you can stay in the hotel out there. It's pretty cool. I had a good time. I even saw the store that Bonnie and Clyde robbed. That was kind of cool.
No way! That is awesome. And that experience is literally farm to table. You can't get much more farm to table than that, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, Chef, I'm hungry. You got to tell me, are there any ways we can bring this Texas flavor to our own homes?
Absolutely. So I'm going to tell you a couple things I love. Like one thing is like Meet You Anywhere. They will ship their seasonings to you. They make all their seasonings in-house. They make all their sauces in-house. And it's a double whammy because their proceeds for the seasonings and the barbecue sauces go back to scholarship funding for the kids. Another thing, which was a takeaway that I learned in Texas, is they do it slow, they do it low, and they do it with love. So if you want that Texas feel, you really want to cook on a day where you just want to love on your food. And we can't forget about just the head-turning, fun family events that you can do. I mean, all the way to heading over to the stadium in Arlington and checking out the Dallas Cowboys, the Texas Rangers, the World Cup, or at the Epic Central, where they have the race cars and the water light show situation they have out there. And of course, you head over the Grapevine, and they have the best wineries like Landon Winery and Messina Hoff Winery, where I could really taste some delicious wine. I never had almond wine. That was the first time I had a delicious almond wine. That was kind of cool.
That is so unique. Thank you so much for joining us today, Chef, and we hope you have a great National Barbecue Month.
Thank you, and for more tips and information, y'all make sure you head over to traveltexas.com.
Take care. Thanks, Chef.
To learn more, all you have to do is log on to traveltexas.com. Travel Texas sponsored today's segment. Speaking of Texas, the Colorado Rockies played the Rangers this week, and we're doing well at home thanks to the big bat of Mickey Moniak. In a Rockies All Access Minute, sponsored by UC Health, we get in the cage with Coach Brett Pill.
Swing it. Swing it. Oh! Swing it. It's a good jump. Oh, get it. That was a nasty cutter. Get it. It's called gap to gap. Wasn't really much kind of like grinding on. You know, I think they're all in good spots. I'm trying to build on that and keep going. About it. Boy, Eddie. Just pretty standard BP cage work. Just trying to get, keep you guys loose. Aim for the scoreboard down the line. Yeah, I can do it. Yeah, that's nice, dude. That flight, like even the spin that way, like that's money. And honestly, I couldn't ask for a better group that's just hungry, super eager and open to learn, motivated, curious, ask questions, and also just you can see it's just a good vibe the whole time. Nice. That's nice. Oh, and then he goes right field. Complete hitter.
Vroom, vroom, baby. I did that well. Sin City is gearing up for the F1 Las Vegas Grand Prix, and travel expert Gabe Saglier had a chance to get a preview of everything from the actual pit lane and track. Check this out.
Hey there, Tori and Colorado and Company viewers. A treat to come to you today from the Grand Prix Plaza, especially as the buzz is really building now ahead of the return for the 4th year in a row of the F1 Las Vegas Grand Prix to Sin City, happening November 19th through the 21st. Of course, the big news today is that tickets now have officially gone on sale to the public. So check out the website. It's f1lasvegasgp.com. Plenty of ticket pricing and viewing party options, starting with general admission, one-day tickets for as low as $50, three-day passes at what they call the Flamingo Zone from $492, and of course you can go up from there as well. And keep in mind that all of our favorite resorts here in Las Vegas will be offering their own viewing party. The Bellagio, Caesars, the Venetian, the Wynn. The fact of the matter is, because the entire city becomes a veritable F1 racetrack, all of these landmark resorts are right along the way. No bad seat in the house. And again, something for every budget. Now, there's going to be plenty to be doing here at the Grand Prix Plaza as well. Plenty of viewing opportunities and immersive events during the main event in November. But until then, this is a year-round attraction, the largest F1 attraction in the world, with plenty of fun things to do. Now, I just got off this guy. This is F1 Drive. Dozens of state-of-the-art electric cars on a 1,500-foot racetrack, 22 turns. These little cars with top speeds of about 30 miles an hour. But what's really cool is that the track here for F1 Drive is on the actual racetrack that the drivers, the pros themselves, will be taking on and burning rubber on come November. It's the only place on the planet that can lay claim to that, so that's very cool. It's called F1 Drive. Inside the pit building here, something called F1X. Really cool, 20,000 square foot showcase. There's a 4D immersive theater in there. There's a wonderful legacy room showcasing the evolution of F1. Here's what I got to do yesterday, which I loved, the design studio. This is a digital workshop. You're using colors and patterns and logos to design your own Formula One race car. And of course, you get let in once you've done your design into the livery room, flashing lights, pumping music, lots of pomp and circumstance to reveal what your design looks like. And here comes mine. Spoiler alert, blue is my favorite color. And I was very proud of mine. It's simple but sexy. There she is, bound to win just based on looks. And of course, if you come out here with friends, you've got to check out the Pit Crew Challenge. You know, the world record for changing a tire on an F1 automobile is 1.8 seconds. I was pretty proud of my 6.9 second performance, but again, very cool. You learn what it's like to be on an actual pit crew. Very hands-on, a lot of action in just a couple of seconds there. That's very cool. That's a Pit Crew Challenge. They're one of the many immersive experiences here at Grand Prix Plaza. Again, this is your year-round F1 experience ahead of what is going to be the main event come November. So again, Las Vegas Grand Prix returning November 19th through 21. Get your tickets now, f1lasvegasgp.com, and learn more about this very cool place at grandprixplaza.com. And now back to you in beautiful Denver.
That is going to be so much fun. The race is happening November 19th through the 21st. To learn more or to get your tickets, head to f1lasvegasgp.com. Even when it's sunny, it's a good time for the blues. When Colorado and Company returns, a musician on the rise that you can catch in Colorado, Mr. Derek Dove. Fresh off taking top honors at the International Blues Challenge, Derek Dove and the Peacekeepers will be performing at the Telluride Blues and Brews Festival in September. Derek took time out of his busy schedule to chat with me earlier, and it was a hell of an interview. Take a look. Derek, not only did you win the International Blues Challenge, you also took home the title of Best Guitarist. That's got to feel, I don't know, cloud nine? How does that make you feel?
I'm still like flabbergasted, for a better word. It's crazy. I mean, there's so many great guitar players, and just to have that note of, hey, you're doing good, man. Like, it makes you feel great.
Right? You're like, today is a good day. That's awesome.
Oh,
so
my
let
gosh.
me ask you, when the blues hits people in a certain way, it gets into their soul, it gets into their vibe. When did you start liking the blues? Why? Talk to me about that.
Early on. My dad was a radio DJ, so I grew up with all his old vinyl records, and just one of those things when I was a kid, it was, I really loved Little Richard. You know, I mean, I loved his energy. And then I noticed, you know, it was blues influenced. And then I got into Jimi Hendrix and Stevie Ray Vaughan. And then I went back and got into Muddy Waters and B.B. King. Yeah. You know, it was only, you know, junior high kid listening to Muddy Waters and Little Milton, like everybody else was listening to Green Day and Metallica. But it felt personal to me. Like I don't know. I love the storytelling. I love the way the music flowed. And it hit me at a very young age.
That's cool that you were listening. I love, I can picture little Derek Dove being like, Little Richard.
Yeah. That's little chunky white kid with a perm mullet just running around going, woo! It was great.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What you need.
Yeah.
Talk to me about performing live. I love performing live, and you do too. What is it about that experience that kind of gets you going?
Well, it's a personal connection. You know, you can record music all day and write stuff in your room or whatever, but when you see how people react to it, and it's always an emotion for me. And so if I could, you know, make someone laugh or bring a tear or a memory or something, heartfelt something, it's a connection. So I just love the personal connection about it. It really does make me feel good when somebody else is feeling good because of what I'm doing. If that makes sense.
Lord, why did you leave me behind? And I can't move on.
It does, and I feel the exact same way. Like you said that perfectly. You have 2 albums come out. They sound very optimistic. Rough Time and Burn It Down. Tell me about what you want listeners, and it's the blues, obviously, but what do you want listeners when they walk away or they're listening, the window's down? What do you want them to hear? Like, what's important? What message?
It's just, we're all in this together. You know what I mean? No matter what your views, no matter what how you're feeling today or tomorrow, we all feel that way. Everybody has ups, everybody has downs, everybody gets depressed, everybody gets the blues. And that's, no matter what you call it, what you feel it, that's what it's about. Music is such an international language where you might not be able to understand anybody speaking, but you can play music and have a conversation.
So well said. I also think your 3rd album should be Everybody Gets the Blues. That was really well said.
There you go. There you go.
So true. It does not discriminate. You are kind of getting real popular, kind of famous out there. You think you're okay with that? How do you feel about fame?
I mean, I'm not scared of the limelight.
Right?
I was always kind of the class clown, you know. I mean, I love people. I feel like I knew everybody in high school, and like I don't know. I love people. You know, I dislike some people. No, but some might dislike me. But no, it's a thing. You know, it just comes with the territory. I love performing. I think that's why performers do it a lot of times. Is, you know, we love the attention. I'm not going to say I don't. But I also want to have a message. You know, I want to portray myself, and I want to write music that I like. I'm not trying to put on airs and be somebody I'm not. I'm not trying to portray something that I'm not. I love performing, and I love, you know, sharing emotion, and I love that people enjoy that. So I'm here for it.
whenever people say, like, why do you do TV? I'm like, so I can get recognized in a Target. Like, I'm very open. That's what I want. Okay, finally, you're coming to Telluride, which is amazing, for the Blues and Brews Festival. What are you looking forward to? Telluride is like a postcard, you know? What are you looking forward to most? Is it the brews or the blues?
All of it. I'm going to soak in as much as I possibly can.
Nice.
Through my skin and drinking and whatever else that I can. But through my ears. And just a few brews. We're super stoked. Like, so many of my heroes have played Telluride. Even this year, I mean, you got Marcus King, and I just, oh my gosh, this is going to be, we're on cloud nine. We really are. We're just living it up. We're some good old boys from Georgia who, I don't know if we're ever supposed to do this, but we're going to ride that train, baby.
You're going to ride that train all the way to Fametown. Let's do a high kick on 3 to end it. Are you guys ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Hi-ya!
Yeah, there you go. Derek Dove and the Peacekeepers are performing in Telluride at the Blues and Brews Festival September 18th through the 20th. Tickets are selling out, guys, so get them now at TellurideBlues.com. Well, imagine having the responsibility of tens of thousands of lives in your hands. The new film Pressure explores what all went into Eisenhower's decision about D-Day. Your chance to win tickets to an advanced screening, that's coming up next. Stay tuned. A new film explores the untold story of one of America's most historic days, D-Day. Here's a look at the trailer for the film Pressure.
Group Captain Dr. James Stagg, here at the express request of General Eisenhower.
Do we have a date yet for the invasion zone?
D-Day is in 61 hours from now. This is the largest seaborne invasion in history. Fate of the war, thousands of lives hinge on this. I need a forecast. Churchill tells me you're the best meteorologist in the country.
Get me the latest readings from every single base within 2,000 miles of Normandy. The invasion's confirmed for Monday.
Oh, they won't like this.
We are faced with a succession of 2 aggressive storms.
Are you absolutely certain?
D-Day will be calm and sunny.
I couldn't disagree with that more.
If D-Day is cancelled, we will lose this war.
The final decision on the timing of D-Day will be mine, and mine alone.
If you invade tomorrow, they're going to be washed away.
300,000 men with families that they may never see again. Why should I trust you?
We must face the facts.
You can see Pressure in theaters May 29th, but you know I take care of my history buffs out there. I have some tickets to give away to an advanced screening on May 26th. Enter now for your chance to win by sending an email to MikeCoco@9news.com. Just put Pressure in the subject line. The winner will be chosen at random and contacted later. Thanks so much for your company, Colorado. Portions of today's program were sponsored by the businesses listed on your screen. Memorial Day weekend is full of deals, so upgrade your home with major savings at Appliance Factory and Mattress Kingdom. Go shopping with me tomorrow on Coco. And if you want to boost exposure for your small business beyond Google and social media, Colorado & Company, we're here for you. To learn more about being featured on the show, just give us a call. We would love to hear from you. And remember, everyone you encounter is facing an uphill battle you know nothing about. So be kind, be patient, be gentle, and then apply that back to yourself. I'm doing the same thing. We'll see you next time, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye!